and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500. Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
Got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their courtroom.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're doing commentary on the case. Dati mihi Anglican for service of
That's literally not true.
Is that correct?
I didn't ask you to interrupt me. Oh, for Trump's sake.
Good morning. Welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. Good to have you all here this morning. I know for some of you it's practically lunchtime. It's not my fault I'm in the wrong time zone. No, actually it is. Oh man, good morning. If I can get this to work right. Nope, that's not it. That one. Boom. There we go. Greeners, welcome. First in chat today. Good to have you here, Greeners. Internet's all yours, my friends. Keep it up and running for the rest of us. We'll be happy. It is kind of my fault. It is. I'll take full blame on this one. But tell you, I'm sleeping like a baby while you guys are up and awake. I'm loving it. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Beautiful morning. It is weird because even though I'm up late, court doesn't start for another 2 hours. Well, an hour and a half or so. Did I make the bed today? Yes. Yes. Better view than the bed is outside. Just beautiful. Sun's coming up. Nice and still. You can see a bird now and then, but like the leaves are not even rustling worth anything. So beautiful outside today. Let's see. The views, though, I can't see. These are the mountains along Davis County, and if I turn the camera a little bit, yesterday after the wind came through, I could see all the way down into Salt Lake County, and I could see like Immigration Canyon, Bells Canyon, places I've been and explored in the past. It's beautiful. But time to recycle my water bottles. I have a stash right here. This is my recycle pile. I don't throw them in trash. So I have those water bottles, and then I have these four are my drinking bottles for today. Those are the full ones. So this is yesterday's, and I just haven't put them in the recycling yet. Yes, I'm feeling much better now that I'm off the Mountain Dew. The hangover period for craving Mountain Dew lasts about, I'd say, 3 days for me. So I'm right on the uptick on the back end of that. Donnie says, it's payday. You must be happy. Yes. Do you know why, Donnie? Because I think we get to order the fix for this, so I don't have to fight the problems I've been having before. The fix for the switcher, I think we get to order that. Sweetwater's been calling me saying, are you sure it's sitting in your cart? Do you want to order it? I said, well, when the money's here, I will. So I'm excited about getting the fix and the upgrade both at the same time. It's the same machine, but it's a tiny bit of an upgrade. I do have to say one thing. That's
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Hump day! Welcome to Wednesday. That's all I got. That was a high one. It was almost like an octave jump. It was. I think it was an octave jump. 8 out of 10, says Tisha. Airbnb noise complaints. 2. I did not get the hot tub working. Partially because the outlet, which I would test and see if it has power, just so I know. I think there's a breaker inside a room that's locked that we don't have access to, that I have to turn on to get power to the hot tub, and that is not on. But I don't know that unless I put a multimeter on the the breaker connection box. And the wasp nest in there is just, it's huge. So I'm not going to do that yet. Didn't wake up my cat, so 5 out of 10. Insert sad piano music. Sad piano for my hump day yell. Or is it sad piano for no hot tub? Watched the whole thing on hidden Airbnb hidden cameras last night. This is a double concern for me, Kim. So I went through, and I happen to be somewhat familiar with microelectronics. I worked with back in the day they called them bugs, right? Just these electronic transmitters, and it was not video, it was audio. I built some of those and played with some of those and had a lot of fun. So I'm somewhat familiar with ways that miniature devices can be hidden and where they can be hidden. So I've scoured this unit that we're renting. And so that's my number one concern where I am. And then my number two concern is that somebody that I rent my Airbnb to might plant one of those in my Airbnb. So every time we have a changeover, I go through and the cleaning lady does her work, and then I go through and I check everything. I'm checking vents, I'm checking sockets, I'm checking. I'm quite thorough because that's a big no-no. Oh, I didn't bring my multimeter. No, but I can buy another one at Harbor Freight, which is just down the road, and I think it will cost me about $10. And that's to get the hot tub working. $10. I think that's affordable. You know, you don't have to fix things around an Airbnb when you're staying in them. I'm just so used to things breaking around me with my house that I'm just, need to fix that too. Airbnb is a Faraday box. Let's see. I didn't see if we had any the sad pianos for no birthdays. For more than 18 months, we've gathered here every morning, together as friends from across multiple continents, and enjoyed one tradition of singing happy birthday to whoever had a birthday that day. But today, that tradition is no more. Oh, wait, scratch that. It's my dad's 83rd birthday, says Jen Joe. It's saved by the bell. Saved by the bell. Jen Joe, what's your dad's name? Can we sing to him? Everyone's like, just play it anyway, just sing anyway. Who would we sing to? There's a spot where you have to put names. Let's see, Sharon, it's my birthday today, but not the 22nd in the U.S. yet. Cherie, this is... Where are you at, Cherie? Are you in Australia? You've got to be in Australia. Okay, so let's get the names put together. I know we missed the birthday form for the day, but let's see if we can collect the names. Let's see. Heather has a birthday. Sandy has a birthday. Okay, I'm going to start typing these up, or unless somebody else wants to volunteer. I'm volunteering someone, but I don't know who it is. Heather and Sandy, that's 2. Let's see who else. Heather and Sandy. Debbie. Kenneth. Okay, I need to write these down. Heather, Sandy, Debbie, Kenneth. Sandy, Roy, and Cherie. Why is Corey Richards in court? I thought she's not supposed to be until the 26th. Did I miss something? Am I supposed to be up in Park City right now? No, I didn't know that Corey's in court right now. Where are you seeing that, Ashley? Heather, Sandy, Debbie, Kenneth, Roy, and Cherie. Okay, that's I think who we're going to sing to right now. Richards is from last week. Okay, that's the one I attended. It's an old one. I was there for that. It's a replay. You're good. I'm going to say she's going to be 26, 27, 28 is her next hearing, and I'll be there for those three. But also a Carly. Okay. All right, we have the birthday. We have the birthday people ready to be sung to. My voice is recovered somewhat. There's our list that we're going to sing to. If I missed you, I do apologize. Everyone stand up, deep breath with me, stretch. Fill the lungs, breathe with your diaphragm. There we go. All right. I need you to warm up with me, if you will. Oops. La 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 la. There we go. All right, blend your voice with your neighbors. Project your voice to the back of the room. Dancers at the ready. We're going to sing to Heather, Sandy, Debbie, Kenneth, Roy, Cherie, and Carly. Who said we had no birthdays? Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Heather, Sandy, Debbie, Kenneth, Roy, Cherie, and Carly. Happy birthday to you. I did sort of cheat by putting them all in the same verse. Heather, Sandy, Debbie, Kenneth, Roy, Cherie, and Carly, happy birthday. This is your special day. I realize there are a million places you could be, a million people you could be with, but you've chosen to be here with us. The privilege, the pleasure, the honor is ours. Hopefully we can make your day just a little more specialer than it is right now. I got a thumbs up from a child. I don't know which one, but hey, little R.A. Thumbs up. Happy birthday to everyone who has a birthday today. Make sure you help yourself to your free pancakes at Denny's. Everyone's saying drum solo so I don't fade the music out. Good morning, Diet Coke Mama. How are you doing? Ginger says, happy birthday, everyone. Thanks for singing to my daddy today, too. You're welcome. You're welcome. Tinkerbell says, yeah, I'm on time. The birthday song's not over. Oh, my goodness. Here's a case I don't think we'll follow. P. Diddy sued by cartel. Is that real? American Dreamer, good morning. Good morning. Did we freeze mid-song? I'm not frozen. I'm still here. Do my dad dance. Okay, big solo after this one. That's our you heard that. It's coming. That's our cue. Everyone get your drumsticks at the ready for your air drums. Big finish, everyone. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, happy birthday to everyone who's celebrating. Happy Wednesday, Hump Day Wednesday. Did you hear about the manhunt of Joshua Zimmerman? And today he was caught in Chicago. Yes, I heard it was a standoff. Manhunt went on for over 60 years. And there's one in, is it South Africa? They've got some guy that, they arrested him after they found many, many pieces of many different people in his house or something. And they arrested him, put him in jail. And he, along with like 10 other inmates, all escaped with help from the inside, apparently. So we've got I'm not sure if it's a Dahmer type style person, but a serial killer just walked out of jail again. All right. the guy they caught in Chicago, he's from Connecticut, where I live. The feds raided his mom's house a month ago. Pieces, yes, pieces. I thought pieces would be more appropriate than chunks. I don't know. How else would you describe a dead person, but not a whole dead person, or multiple parts of a dead? Yeah, it doesn't get better the more you describe it. It's a pretty gruesome case, but that's out of I think South Africa. He used to live on the street where his mother lives. Oh my goodness! He probably walked his dog in front of your house. Thought those things only happen in movies. Maybe. Okay. Here's some good news. Are we talking meat pie again? No. The meat pie issue. I have to talk with someone offline. I'm not sure if I've revealed who I need to talk to you about this, but it's suspicions, and the suspicions have to do with some of the evidence of the crime scene being the same brand and size and make of evidence that's found at a restaurant, and it's just suspicions right now. It's the internet's going wild with it, but there's nothing in the court filings that say anything about that. So we'll keep it on the low until we find more information about that. And meanwhile, I'm not going out to eat while I'm here. What is meat pie? Don't ask. Don't ask. It's too early. All right. Let's see. What are we doing today? We've got Robert Tellis later today, and defense should have a full schedule. Okay, because they were sort of surprised with prosecution resting a little bit early, but they were able to bring in 2 witnesses. Now they've had like 24 hours. I think they should have a full schedule with people showing up. But that's we're hoping for a full day of court, which means we're working late today if that works. And even better, in the Robert Tellis, we're expecting him to take the stand because his lawyer says we've told him it's a bad idea. He still wants to proceed. That was what we heard from the close of court yesterday from the in court reporters who were live tweeting it after the cameras shut off. There was a little bit of a hearing, and the lawyers are like, "Yep, he wants to testify, so that's going to be a thing. We're going to go there." So it's going to be crazy. I'm still keeping quiet about it. I can't. Well, the problem is if I say a suspicion that's not true and it implicates a restaurant or something, that's lawsuit territory for me in a big way, very big way. So I can't say anything unless we know that it's actually factual. Right now it's a rumor, and it's got some interesting reasons behind it. I can see why people think that. All right. It will be great to hear him testify. Great for who is my question. Great for who? All right. What is great for us, though, is that Judge Cedric Simpson, our good friend, has finished his vacation. He's back to work today, and he's just taking the bench right now.
You may be seated.
Good morning, Judge. How are you doing?
Does call the case of the people versus Thomas Hornberger.
People.
Does that table look askew, like the prosecutor's table?
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Ellman with and on behalf of Mr. Hornberger. Mr. Hornberger, can you please state your name for the record?
My name is Thomas Hornberger.
Your Honor.
I told you not to call this case.
I told you not to call this case.
I figured you'd want to get me out of the way so you could enjoy the rest of your day.
There is some benefit, I guess. Go ahead.
Your Honor, there's some discovery that I need to review with Mr. Hornberger before he can make a decision on how he wants to proceed with this case. So I'd be asking for just a 2-week adjournment.
Hearing no objections, matters adjourned September 4th, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. Bond continued.
Thank you.
Right, thank you.
Had 2 Walmarts already, and we missed it.
Court does call the case. People versus Quincy Jones.
Conrad Silver on behalf of Steel Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with it on behalf of Mr. Quincy Jones, who is approaching.
In white. What do the colored jumpsuits mean again? What's white?
Could you please state your name for the record, sir?
Quincy. Thank you. All right, what are we doing?
Thank you, Your Honor. There is a resolution in this matter to which Mr. Jones will be admitting responsibility to double parking the civil infraction, and in exchange, the misdemeanor count will be dismissed.
That is correct, Your Honor. And if you accept that admission, that you dismiss count one. There is a felony matter.
Say again.
There's a felony possession charge up before the court tomorrow.
That is correct.
Felony possession to be reduced to double parking. What? I'm just kidding.
Mr. Jones?
Don't mess this up.
Responsibility to the fact that on the date and time in question, that being March 6, 2021, Carpenter Road, that you double parked the motor vehicle. Yeah. Court will accept that admission to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed.
Why double parking?
What's his felony matter?
Your Honor, his felony matter is a possession charge. I believe it was also an older matter that originated in like 2021. He is up for PCC tomorrow. I don't know how where that is. However, I would ask for
Mr. Jones, when you're out, are you working?
Yes, I have a house to Avalon right now. I just got a couple weeks ago, and I'm working at 3D Pawn Shop.
Okay, so you're working where?
At 3D Pawn Shop in Michigan.
At a pawn shop.
Okay.
If I may, sorry.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, he does have a case manager through Avalon Housing where he stays, who's been working with him. He does have a place where he can go once he is released from his felony matter. I would ask for as long as possible to pay the fines and costs, if Your Honor would consider.
So you just got into Avalon?
Yes.
Okay, so where were you before then?
I was living on the street.
That's what I thought. Okay. That's what I was trying to get to, sir. Fines and costs of $180. And Mr. Jones, I'm going to waive those in their entirety. All right. So you don't have to worry about this. All right. I can't pay your other case tomorrow. All right, sir? All right.
The felony issue is a big deal. He probably will have some sort of
court does call the case of
punishment
People
there,
versus Jamal Poplar.
Love a judge with a big heart. Jamal, you've got your ceiling fan.
Elman again.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Robert Elman with and on behalf of Mr. Poplar, who is present over Zoom. Mr. Poplar, can you please state your name?
Jamal Poplar. Thank you, sir. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, again, there's been an offer extended in this case. Mr. Poplar does need a little time to weigh his options. So if I could have a brief 2-week adjournment.
Turn the matter to September 4th, 2024.
He's eating.
9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. Bond, continue.
Sorry to inconvenience you, Mr. Poplar. Didn't mean to interrupt your breakfast.
Court does call the case. People versus Kyle.
Can't be bothered.
Zembinski.
Pass it along to the people.
I just waited till you got halfway and made you turn around.
I need the exercise, Your Honor. Your Honor, again, for the record, Robert Elman with and on behalf of Mr. Zembinski.
Your name, sir?
Kyle Zembinski.
Right.
Does he only take tall
Your
clients?
Honor, in keeping with the theme of the morning, I'd be requesting...
That's your theme. It's not anybody else's theme. You want September 4th?
Yes.
All right.
This court's in Michigan.
Turn the matter September 4th.
It's like
2024. 9 a.m. as your invite indicates. All right. Thank you, sir.
Michigan has really easy
And
to
Your Honor,
pronounce
that's
county
it for
names.
me for today. So thank you.
We're going to miss you.
I'll miss you too.
Thank you. Have a good day. Court does call the case. People versus Nicola Nelson.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Nelson. Mr. Nelson, please state your name.
Nicola Nelson. Thank you.
And we are seeking an adjournment on this case. The offer is dependent on whether or not Mr. Nelson gets into treatment. He also has a felony pending in front of Your Honor that's scheduled for PCC next week. So I'm at the 29th.
29th.
So I'm trying to get all the moving pieces together.
Okay. All right. So I'll adjourn. When you say get him into treatment, is there something started yet, or we don't know?
I need to communicate with the APA on the felony case.
Got it.
See, that case is.
What's his charge on that?
I don't know.
Okay. September 4th, 2024.
Is that a baby? Does that lady have a baby in court?
Thank you.
All right. Court does call the case, People versus Robert Peterson.
Echelon people.
Bailiff for the court.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Do you have a camera?
Yes, sir.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate on behalf of Mr. Peterson, who is present via Zoom.
Oh, there he is. Okay. State your name, sir.
Robert Peterson.
Thank you. All right.
The defendant by his attorney has provided me with proof that he has insured the motor vehicles, and the set people are going to move to dismiss.
They're going to dismiss it? Really? What?
No.
Peterson's like, what?
I might have one. No, I'm not. All right. Case dismissed, young man. Take care.
You as well. Have a good one.
He was driving without insurance.
Thank you, sir.
Got insurance, dismissed the case. Simpson's in a good mood.
There.
Day after vacation.
Court does call the case. People versus.
Don't be the person.
Willis.
Don't be the person that ticks him off. I would say that. Don't be that person.
Rika, Echelon people.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie on behalf of Willis, case ending in 1808.
Kyle, on behalf of Ms. Willis and the other.
Good morning. All right. What are we doing?
Two representatives.
There's an offer in these cases of a one between the two matters. However, the defendant does have a new felony retail fraud that's pending at PCC stage at this time, so I'm not sure if he wishes to adjourn to let that resolve or to take advantage of the offer today.
Your Honor, we would respectfully requesting an adjournment in order to track the pending felony matter and also to briefly address a quick aspect of bond when appropriate.
Well, when is their felony matter up, or has it been scheduled?
Tomorrow.
Of course, everybody's coming back tomorrow.
PCC in front of Your Honor.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I also join the request for an adjournment on my case as well.
All right.
She has two different lawyers for two different charges.
Okay, so I'll adjourn the matter to September 4th, 2024.
Why don't they just have
9
one
a.m. on both of these matters as to bond?
Thank you, Your Honor. We are just respectfully requesting that the court would consider a provision allowing release to treatment on this file.
I would join that as well.
Does she have they done that on our felony matters?
Not yet, Your Honor.
All right. So what I'm going to suggest is that you two contact whoever's handling at the felony stage, make that request there, because that will really be the thing that would hold her in any event, because these are $100 bonds. All right. But certainly,
John, we're really close to you.
That's appropriate. One order that covers at least these three cases. You guys can draft that. I don't have a problem with it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. You understand that, ma'am?
I'm really confused, but I guess.
Okay, you got these two cases. What counsel's looking to do, I guess you have another case in front of me tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so they've adjourned these out, I think, not sure. They're trying to get a global resolution as to everything. Figure out everything. So that's why this is being put off. They've asked me to release you to treatment, or at least allow release to treatment in these cases. I'm not going to have an objection to that. I just want it done in a different way so that it's done on your felony case, all of the cases. Nothing holds you there.
Okay. Okay.
Got it now?
Yeah. Yes.
See, when I explain it, people can understand. I don't, the attorneys start talking, nobody knows what they're talking.
That's why you're up there.
Is that what it is? Okay. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We're going to build the placeholder for Robert Tellis in just a moment.
Call the case, People versus Michael Fifer.
If you watch for that, you can be first in chat over there.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren County on behalf of Mr. Fifer.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Please state your name.
Michael Fifer.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry. We have come to
Why'd you
resolution.
interrupt Miss Lundy?
I know, it was
We
my
interrupted each
mistake.
other.
No.
Interesting
Did you see
shirt.
what she did? Miss Lundy started talking. She just started talking over.
Alan, you gotta be on my side.
You want me to be on your side?
I want Alan to be on my side.
No, I don't. Won't help you anyway, but go ahead. What were you saying?
We have come to a resolution. Mr. Fifer is going to be pleading guilty to an added count 2 of embezzlement under $200
Embezzlement.
under a deferred agreement.
That's correct, Your Honor. It's a 90-degree misdemeanor or $500 fine or treble amount contrary to 750-1742 with that prosecutor's deferred.
Don't get many
So embezzlement
embezzlements.
less than 200 with
Yes.
prosecutor's deferred.
I think,
He
isn't
signed
that
it
the
by
crime where
birth.
they say if you're going to
Yes,
do it,
yeah.
go big? Under $200. Paula Mack, you did win chat over there. Congratulations.
Yeah,
It was very close.
Raise your right hand.
Adam Nusky was,
Solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
was close. And also we had Wendy
Michael
in there.
Fifer.
All right, you can put your hand down. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you are going to be pleading guilty to a charge of embezzlement by an agent or trustee less than $200. That is a misdemeanor. Punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court cost. Fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, that would become their maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes.
All right.
A to Z, thank you very
And
much.
understanding all of that, you still wish to plead?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You signed an advice of rights form. Is that correct?
Yes.
Any question regarding any of those rights?
No.
Look at paragraph 5. You'll see a copy on the podium. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, sir.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody promise you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes.
of your own free will
Yes.
and because you believe that you are indeed guilty of this offense?
Yeah.
Between the dates of October 29, 2023 and November 4th, 2023 at the location of 4001 South State Street, Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan. Were you an employee of Speedway?
Yes.
Okay, and what'd you do that makes you
Speedway?
think that you're guilty?
I was working the register and I rang up refunds to take money without permission.
Okay, so you would ring up these refunds to make it appear as though you were giving it to a customer,
Yes.
but instead you were taking the money?
Yes.
And this money that you took, this was money that belonged to Speedway?
Yes.
All right. And I think that's it because we went to the less than 200. You didn't have anybody's permission to do that from Speedway, is that correct?
Yes.
You
I
did?
did not have permission.
Thank you. All right, I asked the question badly. That wasn't you. All right, counsel, have I complied with the court rule?
I would just ask,
He refunded himself.
that because you were an employee, correct?
Yes.
I'm satisfied. Thank you, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report. Defendant is referred to probation for a pre-sentence investigation and report. Sentencing in this matter will be
September 25th at 1 p.m.
September 25th, 2024, 1 p.m. With its conditions, we'll continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court does call the case of the people versus Shane Young.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Young. Please state your name for the record.
Shane Young.
You popped right up.
If you're more comfortable sitting, you can, sir.
I can stand up.
Oh, okay. All right.
Your Honor, Mr. Young is serving a sentence on another case out of this court. This case is similar to the previous case in that a resolution kind of depends on whether or not he can do treatment. I believe a request was sent to your court by Community Corrections. I believe they
informed him he's close on the list. So it's just if Your Honor will agree to release him on the domestic violence case to treatment. If that makes sense.
So the request was sent on another case.
Right. He's serving the sentence on the DV case as part of his sentence. I believe you sentenced him to the 365 with credit, can be released to treatment upon your approval, of course. So CMH sent that to.
Did we get that on the? I don't recall it.
I think it may have been delayed because it was sent to Miss Londy, but it's actually Mr. Siller's case. I think CMH sent it to Miss Londy. So if they didn't get Mr. Siller's approval as well, I think that may have been an issue.
Yesterday, I had no objection to him being in a treatment program.
We do have that. You asked me to reach out to probation as well, so I have her.
Got it. Okay, that was that one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So what do you want me to do?
So given all that, I'd ask for an adjournment of this case, see if we can get him into treatment, and then we'll proceed depending on that.
On the list.
I'm next on the list. I should be going either today or tomorrow, if I'm approved by you, is what I have been told.
My understanding is that it's available tomorrow.
It's available tomorrow. And they need my signature on it.
Yes, sir.
All right, pull it off. I'll sign it. People don't have an objection. So I will grant the release to treatment. I'll adjourn this to, well, let's go to the 18th on this case. 9 a.m. that way. Get himself into treatment. Let's see where that's at and whether or not he can communicate to us.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. And as soon as I have that form, I'll sign off.
Thank you, Buttercup.
We'll resolve this. So when
Court does call the case. That's why they have visiting rooms at the jail. You can do that down there.
Okay.
Just saying. Court does call the case. People versus Derek Sellers.
That's one. People.
Oh, there it is.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Payton on behalf of Mr. Sellers, who stands to my right. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Derek Sellers. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is a resolution in this matter to which Mr. Sellers will be pleading no contest to an added count of retail fraud in the third degree. In an exchange, retail fraud second degree will be dismissed.
Oh,
Correct, Your Honor. Retail fraud in the third degree is, of course, a 93-day misdemeanor. And or a $500 fine or triple amount, contrary to 750-356D.
I'm going to mute the chat for a minute. Mute them. Katia, please do what's right for your mental health. That's utmost importance. If there's anything we can do to help, please let us know. We sure enjoy having you here. You're a light to the program. It won't be the same without you here, but please do what's right for you for sure.
The testimony is about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
State your name.
Derek Sellers. All right, you can put your hand down. Sir, it is this court's understanding you're going to plead no contest to the charge of retail fraud in the third degree. Yes, retail fraud in the third degree.
Yes, sir.
That is a misdemeanor. Punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court cost. The fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property, which is the subject matter of the theft. If that's greater than $500, that could become the maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And understanding all of that, you still wish to plead no contest?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what a no contest plea is?
Yes, sir.
2 things about it I need you to understand. The first thing you need to understand is that it means that you're not further desirous or wanting to contest this charge. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Second thing you need to understand is that for purposes of sentencing, the court will treat you the same as though you had pled guilty. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
To that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
Now you understand that by pleading no contest, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, sir.
You signed an advice of rights form, is that correct?
Yes,
Any question regarding those rights?
no, sir.
Please look at paragraph 5. You'll see a copy on the podium. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand by pleading no contest, you're giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, sir.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead no contest?
No, sir.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, sir.
Doing this voluntarily
Yes, sir.
and of your own free will. Court has been provided and has reviewed Pittsfield Township Department of Public Safety report for their case number 212794. Any objections to the court having reviewed that report?
No, Your Honor.
Based upon a review of that report, the court does find that there's a sufficient factual basis in which the court could determine the defendant's guilt of this offense. Counsel, have I complied with the court?
The people are satisfied. Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Defendant is referred to probation for a pre-sentence investigation and report. Sentencing in this matter will be September 25th, 2024, 1 p.m.
I have a question, sir.
Uh-oh.
Sure, I've got an answer. Waiting.
The lawyer's like, I told you not to do this.
All right.
We are going to discuss that further, Your Honor. There is no question.
Good move, lawyer. Good move.
Thank you, Your Honor.
DSN, thank you for the super sticker. Is that a twerking
Calls
hippo?
case people versus Cyan or Cayenne Taylor.
People. Good morning, Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Ms. Taylor. Here, I'm not sure Ms. Taylor is on Zoom.
We've just got John Brown over here.
And Taylor.
Bench warrant.
She was in treatment. I have not had contact with her since she finished treatment. So I have no explanation for her failure to appeal, Your Honor.
When was she in treatment?
So I got an email from her social worker that she finished treatment, I believe, last Thursday, the 15th. She was at Dawn Farm inpatient. They provided me with a phone number for her, but I haven't been able to reach her, unfortunately.
Oh, she just got out of treatment. I'll give her an adjournment for the 4th, see if you can get in touch with her.
The judge is generous today.
Don't ever say I didn't do anything nice. That's the only thing today, apparently.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Court calls the case. People versus, is it Amari Taylor?
Ashley Lonnie for people.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Miss Taylor / Lindsay.
Oh, she brought a baby.
Say, what's the name? What?
Umari Lindsay.
Oh, okay. Something, she dropped something there.
So yeah, I apologize, Bondi. I just sent her a message informing her Miss Lindsay goes by Miss Lindsay, not Miss Taylor. I believe how she explained it, that was her birth name, but she changed it in 2007.
In 2000, oh, okay. The case is in that name, so.
It will stay in that name?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, well,
Well, that's legally not her name, so.
The only way that it would change is if the people amended their complaint, then it would change.
Okay.
But I don't know. There's a lot that's going to be hooked to the name, so.
The issue we ran into yesterday, she tried to get fingerprinted and they wouldn't fingerprint her.
Right.
Because her ID doesn't.
Because her ID doesn't, right.
Yeah. So.
Move to
she
dismiss.
did make the effort to do so, but.
Well, fingerprint the baby. What's the little one's name?
Bishop.
How old?
He's 5 months.
5 months? Oh. All right. So what do you want me to do?
So we have not had contact until today. I'm asking for an adjournment. I got good information for her. We'll have another conversation.
Okay, so here's what I'll do. Let me adjourn it out September 18th. Let me go out a little bit longer.
That's what I was trying to click on here.
Londi, do you know if the people have any objection or to amending the complaint? I mean, there's a process I'm sure you're going to have to go through to do that, but.
And what I think I'll probably do is have an amended complaint sent over with an AKA, which will allow her to have her fingerprints taken. and it should solve that problem. I will say that at the time of this case in 2019, when the police pulled a driving record, Taylor was the last name on the driving record. So that may have contributed to why it was filed under Taylor. So what I'll do is I will get the complaint amended with an also known as name.
And then that way she should be able to get the fingerprints done. All right, and let me put it out to them.
Okay.
Until such time as they do that amended complaint, she shouldn't try to go back to do the fingerprints because it won't happen. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And maybe also once it's entered, what she might want to do before you go and do the fingerprints is to get a copy of that amended complaint so that when you go, you can at least show them something.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll work. Just thinking away so you don't waste your time. All right? Thank you. Court calls case, People versus Marsha Willis.
Who's this? Ashley Dishman.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate with it on behalf of Ms. Willis. Please state your name for the record, ma'am.
Marsha Willis.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. We would like to set this case for final settlement conference.
Jury final settlement conference, October 18th, right?
Yes.
2024 at 9 a.m. Jury selection, if necessary, October 21st, 2024 at 8:30. Both of those proceedings are in person. Thank you.
Thank you.
Continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case, People versus William Wimmer.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate on behalf of Mr. Wimmer, who is present via Zoom.
Right here. State your name, please.
That ceiling looks very familiar. I've got one of those.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. We would also like to
one
set
down.
this case for final settlement conference.
Jury final settlement conference.
Flannel is the name of the game this morning.
October 18th, 2024 at 9 a.m.
Those plaster and
Jury
lathe
selection,
ceilings.
if necessary,
Terrible.
October 21st, 2024 at 8:30. Both of those proceedings are in person. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, sir. You can log off now.
Court calls the case of People versus Cierra Oda. Or Uda. It's Raymond, you have her.
I do not have the check.
Don't have it checked in. I turned it up the last time for her to
William's
come in.
struggling with the
Bench
hang-up
warrant
button.
will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set
There he goes.
in the amount of $5,000. I'll give a 10% privilege. That warrant will issue immediately. It was my 10 block, right? There you go. Court does call the case of People versus Joshua Fraley.
Conrad Silver on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Kyle Brill on behalf of Mr. Fraley, who, unless he's on Zoom, I do not see him in the courtroom today.
Uh-oh.
Not here. He's not on Zoom. Fraley?
So, Your Honor, I was just very recently appointed on this case. I haven't been able to contact him. I was not given a phone number for Mr. Fraley. So I would ask for an adjournment in this matter to give me a chance to contact him and send him a letter to the mailing address that I have for him.
I'm going to issue a bench warrant. He's got a violation. We specifically discussed him being able to test in the Flynn area, did things, had a whole conversation about that. He's not appeared nor
Good effort by the lawyer to try to blame, take the blame, saying I haven't been able to reach him.
in that process.
But the
Bench
judge
warrant will
says,
issue. Bond will be set by $10,000.
bench
Give a
warrant.
10% privilege. That warrant will issue immediately.
Thank you, Judge. Understood.
Court calls the case, People versus James Bowles.
Conrad Silver on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie, with on behalf of Mr. Bowles, who is approaching. Please state your name for the record, sir.
It's James Bowles. Thank you. You're welcome.
Run around.
No objection.
You have a problem with that? No. Okay, didn't think so. All right, case is dismissed.
Move to dismiss.
Have a good day,
That
sir.
was quick.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You too, Your Honor. All right. Court calls case, People versus John Brown.
John Brown, you're up. Camera on. We know you're here, John.
Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Brown, who is present via Zoom. Can you please unmute and state your name for the record, sir?
John Brown.
Was he sleeping on his phone?
Thank you, Your Honor. I respectfully request.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Can you hear me? Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, I would like to say something.
Oh, man, it's getting good already. The lawyer's
Okay,
like,
hold on. Let
hello?
your attorney go first, and then you can talk. Go ahead.
Your Honor, I have not been able to get into contact with Mr. Brown prior to today, so I would request an adjournment in order for that to happen, and also to ask Mr. Brown to call the public defender's office to provide a good phone number, if possible.
What do you want to say, Mr. Brown?
Uh-oh.
I want to talk about the night in question that I was arrested.
Whoa. No, I'm going to stop you. Okay? That's why you need to get in touch with your attorneys. I don't want you saying anything that might hurt you, okay?
As entertaining as that might be, Judge was right.
All right. So you need to call the public defender's office. They don't have a good number for you. Okay? You got something to write with?
I have her number. I have my attorney's number. Yes.
Okay. Give it a call and make sure they've got a good phone number for you and an email address. Okay. All right. I'll adjourn these to September 18.
Okay.
Might want to see that.
2024, 9 a.m. Thank you.
Mr.
Thank
Brown,
you.
September
Okay,
18th.
Lonnie's last case. That's the
Thank you. This is Miss Landy's last case. So after I call this, she leaves,
Well, until our 1 o'clock restitution hearing.
but she gets a break. If I call this case, Landy leaves and gets a break till 1.
Not well deserved, but it is desired.
Nope, not doing it. I will in a minute. Between you and Goldstein, I can't handle this. And then Simon shows up. Court calls the case, People versus Karina Castello.
Conrad Silver on behalf of
You thought if you sat on that side, I wouldn't notice, Simon.
Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Ms. Castello, who I believe is on Zoom.
Is she? Yep, I think so. Ms. Castello, can you unmute and turn on your camera?
Hello.
Hello. There you go. We got it.
Good morning.
Okay. State your name.
Karina Castello.
Thank you.
The pillow was
Your Honor, I'm asking for an adjournment. I received the store video from Mr. Siller today, so I'd like to review that with my client.
Very good. I'll adjourn the matter September 18th, 2024, 9 a.m.
Excuse me.
All right, Ms. Castello, bond continued. Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What is September? Because I have an autistic kid and he has therapy 3 times a week, and I have another child that has therapy once a week. So I have to balance out and try to work. So
okay, hold on. So Wednesdays don't work for you?
I can try to work something out. I would have to talk to his therapist and just make an early, basically to tell him how to cancel on that day then.
Okay, I do them on Wednesdays. Is there a better time would mornings or afternoons work better for you?
Morning, because his
morning.
Is
okay.
afternoon.
All right, I'll try to make sure that we I let my staff know. We'll try to make sure we get you set in the morning on the Wednesday, the 18th, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Although I'm not a fan of laying in
Court
bed to
does
talk
call
to
the
the
case.
court.
People versus Simon.
I love that the judge made the
Sandino?
adjustment for the
Yeah,
autistic kids.
Township.
Good morning.
A lot of times schedule for autistic kids is very crucial.
We
don't
have
wanna mess
come
that
to
up.
resolution. Ms. Savino has given you permission to talk related to double parking in exchange for a dismissal of count one.
That is correct, Your Honor. So I move that count 2 double parking, we accept that admission, move to dismiss the original charge. This was unusual because she did plead 2 cases in the district court for the same charge.
Okay. So on behalf of your client, you do admit responsibility to the charge of, or to the offense of double parking?
I do.
All right. Fines and costs of 180. When could you pay that?
She's asking for as long as the court will give her.
Okay, this is, I don't see this anywhere else, this double
Can I
parking.
request?
Okay, so when she told you that, Miss Barony, you've been here for a long time. What did you tell her the court would say?
Well, just she.
You don't want to answer my question, do you?
She asked for 6 months. I advised her
Wow.
that was likely. So I thought I would put the ball in Your Honor's court.
Ball's always in.
Thank you, Mr. Silver.
There's another option. I'm just leaving myself to go home.
It's in the 11 o'clock hour, with, so it's 11:30 with Judge Simpson. He's East Coast time.
October 31st.
Thank you.
Mr. Tillis starts in about an hour and a half,
I mean,
maybe.
you're
We're
welcome.
going to portal over to that. We've already got a thumbnail up for that.
For cause case,
so I
people
need to
versus
update the
Jeremy
thumbnail.
Christian.
Conrad Silver on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Haywood on behalf of Mr. Christian, who I hope is present via Zoom.
I hope
Don't
it's
we all?
present. Lawyer's like, I've got my fingers
We don't
crossed
have
that he
him. We don't have him
miraculously
checked in.
showed up for court, which he did
Your Honor, for the
not.
record, I respectfully request an adjournment, because one of the box wasn't full. Actually, I didn't have an explanation for failure to vote.
Jeremy Christian.
Bench warrant.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. And once again, will be set in the amount of $5,000. We'll give a 10% privilege on that. That warrant will issue immediately. For calls case of the people versus Olivia Cooper.
Conrad Silver on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate with and on behalf of Ms. Cooper, who stands to my right. Please state your name for the record, ma'am. Olivia Cooper.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I do understand
Sound
there
like
is
a
a bond
kid.
violation. We did have a resolution to this case. I don't know what Your Honor would rather address first.
The bond violation.
Yes, so it is our understanding that Ms. Cooper did not report to community corrections.
Why?
She said she was unclear where she had to go. She received something in the mail regarding community correction, she states to me a couple of days ago. I did receive this bond violation just yesterday. Upon receiving it, I did call her and did have a conversation with Ms. Cooper. She got in touch with community corrections asking if she could still go for intake, and they said the referral was needed at that time. We are respectfully requesting the court to just
What do
admonish.
you mean she didn't know?
She was arraigned in front of Your Honor on August 7th in person and was, of course, ordered to go to community corrections within 24 hours to intake. After that, I believe.
Hold on a moment. Did she stop at the counter?
Sorry, Your Honor?
Did she stop at the counter?
I don't think she stopped at the, even in community corrections.
Well, I signed the order, and I guess I don't understand why she didn't go.
I don't think she understood where she was supposed to go, Your Honor. I did point it out after we left the courtroom after arraignment, but
Shouldn't
she
she
may
have
have been
asked?
confused. Potentially, Your Honor.
Potentially?
Potentially.
Yes, and I was unaware that she
The
had.
court has just told you to do something. I don't understand it. So she what?
Unfortunately, I did not know she had not gone and was unable to instruct her further on how to go there. I just received word yesterday that she had not yet reported.
I'll send you over right now. You're going to test clean?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Sign an order. Get her over to community corrections. I'll pass this, man.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That was close, but now the judge is not in the good mood anymore.
Court calls case People versus Sean Krueger.
Conrad Soder on behalf of Peterson Township.
Hi, Sean Krueger.
Good morning. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Krueger. This is Ms. Pate's case, Your Honor. I believe that he is waiting for a date with Secretary of State.
Here's Miss Pate right now. Swap out.
So we're asking for an adjournment on this case so he can keep working on getting his license back.
How much more time does he need? I mean, we've been adjourning it out. What's he trying to do?
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Krueger. Your Honor, Mr. Krueger is trying to get a hearing date in front of the administrative board. He did pass his drug panel test, and they do now want proof of that he completed substance abuse treatment, which to my understanding, he is almost done completing. I did explain to him that I do not believe this case will be able to be continued to be adjourned for long enough in order for him to get his license. However, he is asking Your Honor to give him one last adjournment as long as possible to see what he can get in the process.
Last adjournment, October 16th. Got a date?
Yes.
I just picked it. 2024, 9 a.m. Indicating that's the last adjournment. So you need to bring proof to resolve this matter.
I really like Miss Pate.
Thank you.
She does such a
Thank
good
you, Your
job.
Honor. Thank you, sir. You can log off now.
Thank you.
Court calls case People versus Ashley Dishman.
Ashley, you're up. Green room. Here we go. Lights, camera, action.
Good morning. Lauren Perny on behalf of Can you state your name for the record?
Ashley Dishman.
Thank you.
She has a potato
Your
for a
Ms.
mic.
Dishman and I have not been able to get in touch. She informed me her son was in the hospital, so she's been unable to return my calls. Yes, for an adjournment, please.
I was contacting Benjamin. I left a couple voicemails for him, and then she contacted me on the 16th that my son was in the hospital on the 15th. He was released on Saturday, and I got in touch with her on Tuesday, so I apologize.
Okay, you're breaking up on us, but I'm going to adjourn it out, okay? Oh. And I just
And
lost
she quits. It's adjourned.
her. Did she drop? I don't see her. All right, I will be adjourning the matter out to. I think what I could pick up is I think she was calling an ambulance for her son is what I was picking up, but
She was calling and leave a message for Benjamin.
let's just do this. I'll do it October 2nd.
Thank you.
And then this other lady
2024.
called her.
9 a.m. All right. And if she happens to check back in, let's make sure to send her a note that I adjourned it to that day.
Yes.
Court does call the case People versus Stephen John.
Conrad Soder on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Good afternoon. Good morning. This is Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. John. Mr. John is not present, Your Honor. I do have some things to tell the court. So,
okay.
When I communicated with Mr. John, he informed me, as he stated at his arraignment, he's in India for the funerals of his grandparents.
I recall.
Yeah. Now his great aunt also died. There was a funeral last week and then another funeral portion today. He's informing me driving through India and did not have, he can only access Zoom with Wi-Fi and would not have Wi-Fi. So he would not be present today. I did briefly speak about this with Mr. Siller.
At least he stayed in contact.
So that's why he's not present. That's the first thing. The second thing is he's not returning to the States until September 9th. Your Honor ordered him at arraignment. He didn't know when he was returning. I believe his parents bought tickets, the plane tickets. He's since communicated with them. They're returning September 9th, but the order is to report the corrections by August 31st.
Yes.
So those are the two pieces that we're dealing with today. I'd ask that the court adjourn the pretrial and give him a little bit more time to report to community corrections, seeing as he's not here. I don't have proof of his plane tickets. He did ask it.
I need proof of the plane tickets. I need proof of the deaths.
Oh, he wants everything.
Before I'm going to do anything. I won't issue a bench warrant at this time. I'll adjourn it out to the 4th.
We need a selfie
and
at the
I
wake.
realize, based upon what you're telling me, he won't be back. But if he's not back, I'm going to issue a warrant.
I have some kind of announcement of the funeral portion today that I can provide
For the grandparents?
For his great aunt. But I will also get I will get everything, hopefully. But our communication has been sparse because we can only email right now.
All right. And I need proof of the tickets. So
okay.
September 4th, 2024, 9 a.m. We'll see where we go from there. Thank you. Court calls the case, People versus Christopher Jordan.
Senator Silver on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Ooh, no lawyer.
Judge, Attorney Andrew Sullivan, PA 1461. I've just retained in on this case this morning, and I have a substitution order that Mr. Jordan authorized I sign on his behalf.
Is he here?
He is not here, Judge, and I do have some more representations that I'd like to make as to that.
Okay.
I did speak with him yesterday. I met with him, also a volunteer social worker, and
a substitution. Go ahead.
Just to discuss the case, his current status, being homeless and being in treatment. We're all confused why he's not here this morning. We know that he relies on public transportation. We've checked the tent where he lives. We've checked the bus.
Stop for a moment. I need an order to go along with this substitution.
I'll draft that immediately.
Okay, so Miss Parity or risk paid, either one. You guys are the ones coming off of the case. So if you can get a substitution of attorney, you guys I think can sign off on it. Then I have an order. We can have all of that in place. But go ahead, counsel. You speak for now.
I apologize, Judge. But I was just trying to offer some explanation. We don't know where he is at the moment, but we did meet with him yesterday. And really what I wanted to advise Your Honor of is the things that Mr. Jordan, we do know things that he is doing. We've spoken to a treatment provider, Therapeutics LLC, where he receives methadone. He also receives counseling services there. We spoke with them this morning. He last had therapy on the 9th and is due for another session with his counselor this Friday on the 23rd. He's reported there every day since his release, with the exception of one day. But he's been there to receive methadone. He also they do random drug testing, urinalysis twice monthly there, and he's complied with that. So I understand that there is a bench warrant for his failure to attend community corrections, but just wanted Your Honor to know that
there isn't a bench warrant yet. But
then that's my mistake. I apologize.
But he hasn't. At least I don't see one. But he hasn't gone to community correction.
That's correct. He is instead going to this Therapeutics LLC treatment provider.
So he makes his own decision.
And I've advised him that that's can't do that. He and I had this first meeting yesterday. We talked about, in the future, we need to go through a proper process, meet with Your Honor about Mr. Jordan's intention to use Therapeutics LLC, but I think it is partially a financial obstacle with community corrections, that he expects that he's going to have to owe them some money, whereas Therapeutics is providing treatment at no cost to Mr. Jordan.
Yeah, but he didn't even appear for the intake and even state that. I mean,
I understand, Judge, and I again advised him that he can't do that.
But then he didn't show up for court.
But I wanted, at the same time that I am advising Mr. Jordan to follow court orders always and in the future, I also wanted Your Honor to know more about what it is that Mr. Jordan is doing. And I did bring a letter. I've got a copy for the prosecution as well, from not only is Mr. Jordan participating with Therapeutics, he's also participating with an organization called Strategies to Open.
Counsel, let me just stop you for a moment. Let's do this. Okay. I'm going to issue a bench warrant for the defendant's failure to appear and failure to appear at community corrections. I hear everything that you're saying, but we can't do it this way. So the bench warrant, the bond amount will be set for $10,000 with a 10% privilege on it. All right. I will not have that warrant issue until this Friday. So you've got some time to do that, try to figure out how you're going to get him in here or get him in corrections.
Understood. Thank you for that, Judge. Just to clarify, we obviously need to get him here to address the bench warrant. If he's continuing to comply with the Therapeutics treatment plan and this other organization Strategies to Overcome Obstacles and Avoid Recidivism, could that be considered sufficient in lieu of community corrections?
Are you going to pull him out of treatment?
Why would I do that?
You're going to pull him out of treatment to put him in jail?
Judge, I think I'm not intimately familiar with what community corrections offers, but what Mr. Jordan relayed to me, what he's doing seems to be helping him. And so I think that I just wanted to offer the possibility.
Here's how I work. I issue an order. I expect him to follow my order. Mm-hmm. He hasn't done that. If he wants some change, then he needs to appear here with counsel, and then we can go through it, and then we talk about it.
Right.
But I'm not going to talk in the abstract about what somebody else can do when they haven't followed my order out of the gate.
Forgive me, I have a propensity to talk in the abstract, Judge.
Pardon?
I just have a propensity to talk in the abstract.
Oh, you've done a fine job.
Thank you.
All right. All right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. It looks like that's a pro bono lawyer who's been retained because they're transferring the case from the public defender to him.
People versus
but the gentleman's homeless. I don't think he has money for a lawyer.
Conrad Silron, half Pittsfield Township.
This is Public Defender Natalie Pate with on behalf of Mr. Kapaji, who I hope is present via Zoom.
What are the last three digits of a phone number you have for him?
To be frank with Your Honor, I believe his phone was currently shut off, but
Well, then that's probably not his phone.
I can check what the last three digits were, however, very briefly.
If it's 309, I get bingo. As in 8675-309.
Simon doing? Watch him close. He's always up to something.
Here are the last three digits would be 189.
Okay, that's not it. I just need the last three.
For the record, Your Honor, I do not have an explanation for here other than I do know that his phone was shut off in recent history. I have not had contact with him
in between last pretrial and this one, I would request an adjournment for the record.
Bench warrant will issue for the defendant's failure to appear. Bond in each case will be set in the amount of $5,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on that. Those warrants will issue immediately. There haven't been previous warrants.
I want to see who the kid is in court. Brought his dad and his lawyer.
Court does call the case of the People versus Mohammed Khalil.
Conrad, so on behalf of Peterson.
Good morning, this is Public Defender Laura Kayari on behalf of Mr. Khalil, who I do not believe is here. The last information we received is Mr. Khalil is in outpatient treatment. That's all the information I have.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $5,000. I'll give it 10% privilege. That warrant will issue immediately. There haven't been previous.
Lots of bench warrants today.
Court calls case People versus Desawn Law.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Laura Kayari on behalf of Mr. Law. I believe is on Zoom.
Yes. Desawn Law, unmute, turn on your camera.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. State your name.
Desawn Law.
Thank you. All right.
Your Honor, so Mr. Law does not have his license. But because this is his last adjournment, he does want to resolve it. I'm asking so a supplement conference without the intention of going to trial, but to buy him a little bit more time.
That's a little honesty.
If the court will allow that. Mr. Law has been looking at it, Your Honor.
Miss Perny, I appreciate your candor. I really do.
I don't know if that's sarcastic or not.
It is.
What's this look like? I do. No, I hear you. Okay. And I do appreciate your candor because most of the time, I mean, I appreciate you not thinking I'm stupid because most of the time what would have happened is attorneys would have walked in on this driving case. They've said, I want a jury. My client wants a jury. No, they don't. They're just trying to get time so they can try to get it resolved. And you just set it out. And so I can't fault you for that. And I appreciate it. I do mean that. And I mean that sincerely.
Thank you. I hope I did.
But don't do it again. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Jury final settlement conference, October 18, 2024.
Get your license,
9
kid.
a.m.
Get your license.
Jury selection, October 21st, 2024 at 8:30. Both of those proceedings are in person. You're not trying to waste the court's time. You're just trying to help people. I get it.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Law, take care.
Right. Thank you.
Court calls the case People versus Robert Black.
That's a lot of people.
Oh, I didn't mean to make her wait to the end. I didn't. I really didn't. I just set it to the side. I didn't know. I feel horrible. I feel, oh.
Assistant Public Defender Nicola.
I might cry.
Black, who I believe has dialed in successfully. Mr. Black, can you please unmute and state your name for the record?
Good morning.
State your name.
Robert Black.
Thank you. All right, what are we doing?
Thank you, Your Honor. We are respectfully requesting very brief adjournment in this matter so I can have one final conversation with my client.
September 4th, 2024, 9 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's this?
That is Ms. Cooper, who we don't have immediate corrections just yet.
Koopa. All right. All right. Okay. What I'll do is I'll take a brief recess. Well, I'll come back and do that because she's got to come back. All right. Court take a recess.
All right.
Brief recess. I'm looking at Shanna Gardner. What's the date on Shanna Gardner's case now?
Maybe Steve.
Does anyone know the date for Shanna Gardner when that's moving forward? Looks like it's like approaching soon. Let's see. I'm not seeing it. Let me check, see if there's any news for Sarah Boone this morning. Latest and greatest. To move my office around. I'm on vacation right now. It doesn't, well, my family's on vacation. I'm working, but I'm working while we're on vacation. That's how it goes. I need to clean up my office, though. Let's see. The latest we had the hearing for Sarah Boone, the trial management conference. I think that was the evidence view, the disclosure meeting. That's been canceled. So the next meeting we have 9/26, which we're going to be up in. Actually, I'll be up in Park City during that one, so we won't be able to watch that one live. Fun thing about Park City, the way that one's going to work, won't be live. I can record it, but that one will not be live. And so we expect it to last 3 days. So I'll be up there first thing in the morning. As soon as the first hearing breaks, I think I can post that. We've just got to check and see what the decorum order is for that trial. But so I can post it as soon as the hearing is over, is my understanding. The problem is how to post it from a courtroom up there with the very bad Wi-Fi. So we'll see. If I'm not able to post it from the courtroom, I'll be posting that at the end of the day, and we'll have video that will just be no commentary, just straight hearing, clean video, high resolution, perfect audio from the Corey Richens hearing. Everything in Boone is moving so quick. It seems so now, right? It's the 3-day hearing is Richens, but it's the same day that Boone. So I mix those two up. Boone has a hearing on the 26th. Richens starts on the 26th as well. Thought the Wi-Fi was good. It's good until you start uploading large video files. And the terms of the courthouse, if you look at the terms of the courthouse use of their Wi-Fi, it actually restricts and says you can't use it for that. And if they find you using it for that, they'll, which they can do very easily, they'll cut off your access. That's the Corey Richens trial. She's accused of poisoning her husband with a quadruple deadly dose of fentanyl in a Moscow Mule mixed drink. Vote for Richens. We're going there. That's one of the reasons why I'm here in Utah is for that hearing. But I might look into getting a hotspot that might help. If I have a hotspot, I should be able to upload. Yeah, let me look at that. I'm going to Corey Richens. We went to the previous hearing at the beginning of the month. We're going to go to this 3-day hearing as well. September 23rd for Microsoft. Still looking for confirmation, says Samantha. I think there are some more hearings coming up, so we'll see. Laura, this is crazy. When it comes to media access in the Corey Richens trial, I can be in court like a regular person without any electronics. That's one option. I have media access and credentials so that I can go in the media room, which is like a conference room with no windows and no view of the court, and just has a wire coming in with a feed for the camera. And I can get, whatever the camera films and picks up, I can get that and record that and broadcast it out after the hearing is over. But I can't sit in court. They only allow like one media person in court. It's the craziest thing. And maybe I'll talk to them and see if they'll let me in there with a laptop or something. But do you want your spare phone for a hotspot? 25 gigabytes per month. I could go through 25 gigabytes in a day. I'll look at a hotspot. I'll see if that's an option for me. Still going to be slow upload on hotspot. Yes, the upload's the problem, but it's going to be a file instead of a live stream, so it can go slowly and still be okay. It won't cause any problems with the video. It'll just take a minute to get uploaded. Serboon's in September, not August. Okay, did I miss that? Oh, the trial's in September. She's got a hearing. I guess the hearing is in September as well. You're right. I rescue dogs. Thank you. I was looking at 8 and it was 9. We are going to be uploading big videos, multiple big videos from the Corey Richens trial. And what I'm going to do, the idea that I've got for right now is I'm going to be taking this this little device right here, which you can't see very well, but it's called a Hyperdeck. It's a Blackmagic design Hyperdeck, and it has, you put the video in, and it has 2 little cards like this. 2 little cards like this. Memory cards. This is 128 gigabytes. But I put that in there, click, click, and it turns it on, and it records to those cards. And as soon as one's full, it jumps over to the other one. It never misses a beat. So I can put one day, at least half a day of court on one card and half a day of court on the other one. And as soon as the first half is over, I'll take it out, put it in my computer, upload to YouTube, and have that available. And then, but I can't do commentary. Might need a Starlink or a cafe nearby. There's nothing nearby. It's up in the boonies, up by Park City. It's out in the outskirts of town. It's just a courthouse. All right. As far as the trial goes for Robert Tellis, which is coming up here soon, let me give you the current countdown on where we are. It looks like it's going to start now just under an hour. This is spicy because we might, any day now, we might have Mr. Tellis take the stand himself, which usually I think that happens at the end of the defense case. They like to sort of wait till the end just because lots of things can happen. And it's the last decision you want to make because it's quite final once you do it. But that could happen today. It's possible that this trial could, go to a jury today or tomorrow. So we'll see what the schedule is when they come in. Juror interview coming in soon in Karen Reed trial. So a juror member spoke out publicly. It's interesting. Carly Gregg, we're trying to get media access to that one. We've never followed a trial like this. First of all, this is a juvenile. She was 14 when she committed the crime. She's 15 now. The judge in Mississippi has ordered that cameras will be in the courtroom, that this will be broadcast, that this belongs to the public. It's in the public's interest to see what's happening. She's charged as an adult in the shooting, the killing of her mother and attempted murder of her father. Wild. She's been declared competent to stand trial, but we've never seen a kid in court for murder, and that's something that's starting, September 15th, you said? So we've got some paperwork to do there, and we'll see. I don't know. I might check and see if we have somebody that we could get to be our media representative down there. Like to physically take equipment to record that. I could teach you how to do it. It's very easy. If there's somebody who's in that area who's available throughout the court, it takes a lot of availability and a lot of time. Let's see. Sarah Boone, the 24th was canceled. Trial management, 26th of September. All objections to state's evidence before August 23rd. Amber, I saw you sent me something. I haven't had time to read it yet. I'll check on that. Was there stepfather? Not father. Okay. Yeah, she killed her mother, allegedly, and then called her friend over to say, "Hey, come look at the body. Look what I did." Little crazy. Late but present says me. Late but present, reach out to me. If you're honestly, this takes a lot of availability, and it basically takes your whole day, the entire time court goes. But reach out to me when we're done off the air, and I'll talk to you and tell you what's involved, see if that's something you want to do. Where in Mississippi? I don't remember the county it's in. I'll have to look up. Carly Gregg, I think is the name. Gregg. Rankin County, Mississippi. Rankin County is where it's at. She lured her stepfather to the house as she shot her mom, I think. Plus, she brought a friend to the crime scene. Thank you, late but present. Appreciate that. Richard Allen. This is one that is going to go under the radar. I think the judge ordered that there's no cameras in that one, and it's going to be very quiet. Anything that happens is going to be through text messages from a courtroom observer. But I think we're going to watch it. We're making plans to watch that one. Rankin's a bad county, has a lot of crime. There are, unfortunately, a lot of counties that qualify if that's the sole metric we measure them by. It's planned and premeditated. That's probably why they're charging her as an adult. All right. Yeah, the Allen hearing on the 23rd said it was closed to the public for part of the hearing, open for the second half, but yeah, I heard it likely won't be streamed. No, like I would say 0% chance of that being streamed unless the judge changes again. All right. So trial starts in 52 minutes. I think we're going to take a half-hour break. If that's cool with everybody else. I've got a portal set up already to portal us over to the coverage of the Robert Tellis trial, which starts in about an hour. So we'll be back in half an hour for that. And that'll allow me to see my family because they're here now briefly. Check in with them, see what's on the schedule. We could watch her hearing. Talking about Carly's. We'll be back in just a little bit. Yeah, I'm just checking to see. Motion for recess granted. Thank you, Culperistic. I know it was a verbal motion. You prefer a written one, but this is all I've got to offer right now. One condition, you pull the comforter on the bed. Is it? You tell me if this is made well enough, okay? Is that not pretty... That's pretty neat. Do I have to straighten it up a little more? I've got the pillows on there nicely. I guess one pillow's out of place. There's some wrinkles, a couple wrinkles. Look, let me, just to make you happy, hang on. All right. Is that better? Is that better? You guys, it'll do for now, temporarily. All right. You guys are so mean. All right. We're going to go ahead and take a break for about half an hour. We'll be back with the Robert Tellis trial, which is beginning day 6 today. Day 6. This was slated for 2 weeks. This is the second week. Defense has the case. We've already heard from the attorneys that the defendant plans to take the stand. And that's going to be fire. That's going to be fire because he's going to try to say what a great person he is. They've already introduced some of that evidence. And some of the evidence that goes contrary to that will have to be introduced by the state because they just can't let that stand. So it's going to be wild. So hang on. We're going to portal over there. It'll be just a little bit, about half an hour, and then we're going to start that off. That wouldn't pass. I had to be able to bounce a quarter off of my bed. Otherwise, I had to do it again. Your parents were in the military, I think. So you need your sort the cushions like they do at the luxury hotel program. Yeah. I haven't been to any luxury hotels to even know what they look like. Bed's always covered with cats. Yes. That's awesome. Guys, tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love. Smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe till we go live again in about half an hour with the Robert Tellis trial. We'll portal everybody over now. Please have a safe little trip, and we'll see you there in just a little bit. Have a good one. Bye-bye.